Still ballin', money stacked tall in the shack now. Still push a button to let the roof on the lack down. I'm on the road doing shows, put my Mac down. Mississippi to Philly, Albuquerque to Chat Town. I got the crowd yelling, bring 'em out, bring 'em out. All my hot girls yelling, bring 'em out, bring 'em out. All the dope boys yelling. Yeah, what other southern rapper hooded than this? I got rich and I'm still in a hooligan clique. You be rapping by, I'm moving the bricks. You talk about, now we're doing it, prick. You in the face, you gon' be suing me quick. If I catch another case, I know it truly be missed. So I'ma keep a cool head, stay out of the news headlines, and show these other rappers it's bedtime. It's clear to see that I'm ahead of my time. I copy chromed out, hard top career.
Oh, when the Saints go marching in. Oh, when the Saints go marching in.
All my hot girls yelling, bring 'em out, bring 'em out. All the dope boys yelling, bring 'em out, bring 'em out.
BA Sports coverage of the National Football League is in Uptown Charlotte, North Carolina at Bank of America Stadium. But tonight we kick off Week 6 with a great Thursday night matchup, as it'll be the New Orleans Saints taking on the Carolina Panthers. Just about set for a start. Happy to have you with us, and we are underway here on Thursday Night Prime Time. And this one definitely not in the landing zone. In fact, it's over the back line of the end zone, so this ball will come out to the 30 now. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Let's go now. Ready?
First play, and Young is going to throw it. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Soto. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 19 yards right off the bat, and a quick first down.
You don't always expect tight ends to be big in terms of run after the catch, but after that play, he joins a growing band of players that's putting that stereotype right on its ear.
The play fake, now Young. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. The Panthers at 2-3 here to begin the new season. And they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
50, green, set, go.
Now Young. And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that, because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook. Pick out the plays that work best for you. And you know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys coming off of the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
Oh, this is going to be caught along the sidelines. Probably shouldn't have been caught. He's going to lose yardage there. They'll wind up losing a couple yards here on the play, and it'll be 4th down. Young and the offense staying put. They're going to go for it.
White, ready, ready. Hut.
Now Young throwing on 4th down. That is incomplete. Well, the Panthers turned away on 4th down. And this defense holds on the Knights' opening drive. Well, trying to be bold on the opening drive of the game, but that effort, it proves futile.
How many times have we talked with coaches where they've talked about taking the emotion out of their decision-making? I think that opening drive, if he didn't have it in his head to go for it before, I think that keyed into it. They were doing so well, and he decided to really establish something there. They didn't get it. Now they've got to make sure that they don't lose their focus.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Well, this defense very strong in that victory from a week ago.
But we certainly had a nice conversation with the defensive coordinator, didn't we? And what we heard, I like what we did, but we definitely need more pressure on the quarterback this week.
Another run for Brown on second down. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
Second and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let it pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
Okay, ready? Ready? Check, Bobcats, Bronco leading. Check over.
On the ground, this is Derrick Henry. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. You look at this Carolina defense. They're going to need to be strong against the run in this one.
They're not an elite unit. They're not, as what you'd say, the top part of the league against the run. They're a solid group, though. They do a good job. What they're looking for in this one, though, is an elite performance.
Ball spotted at the 45. Here's 2nd and 9. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. It's complete to Brown, right side. So the completion good for just 3. And now 3rd down and 6 to go. Well, this defense for the Panthers, they were terrific a week ago in that victory over Tampa Bay, Charles.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
Now a short pass pulled in by Washington. And he is going to have a Saints first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the first down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
And they're right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up.
Y'all got to talk about basic. Y'all can't talk about basic. Anybody know power? Mine also dangerous. Y'all talk that way. Don't touch the bitch. Got that touch my savior. Give me that touch of my savior. Devils can't hear it no more. Stand up to the man, can't hear him no more.
Now with the play clock down to 2, we're going to get a timeout here. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. They'll look to throw here on first down. And he'll get it right back to Washington. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. That's good for a first down, his 2nd catch of the opening drive. Well, they told us that he was just going to be a bear to defend. And usually tight ends are, Charles, but he's no exception to that rule. His 2nd catch of the opening possession, and it gets him a first down.
Yeah, and they certainly saw something on his earlier reception. He went back and reported what he found. And one of the things about him, he's like a wide receiver to me, Brandon. He has a great sense of space and understanding where defenders are.
Well, we talk all the time, Charles, that it kind of gets cliche about the hands that he has. But really, it's the truth. They're, for a tight end, some of the best hands in the game. They work now on 2nd and 9. Right back to Brown. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Marquise Brown, his third rushing touchdown of the year. And the Saints put the Knights' first points on the board as they take the early lead. Extra point right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. The ball upright on the tee, and the Saints kick team booms it away. And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They are riding a 2-game winning streak into this Thursday nighter. How easy is it when you're on a roll to stay on a roll given the quick turnaround?
Well, you would think it'd be pretty easy because everyone's locked in practice and meetings because everyone feels good about themselves. And for coaches, this is where they have to tell themselves, don't add too much. Don't worry about game plans as much as players. So look at your play sheet and think, give it to the guys who play best, and don't worry about the rest of it.
Come on, set, ready.
And they'll run on first down with Hubbard. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. And 22 more yards there and another first down. They went with the nickel look defensively, so they had 5 defensive backs in there. Didn't help them stop the run.
Yeah, I love that, the nickel look. 5 cents, 5 DBs. But what also happens then, you take a big body off the field in order to insert that guy. So you're taking a big off for a little. And oftentimes you can run the football effectively against that defense. An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
They'll get this out to the flat for ETN. Calling a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll bring up a third down.
Brings up 3rd and 6.
Ready, set.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Second quarter now from Charlotte, and it's the Panthers with the football as they've got it with a third down coming up. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
Set, ready, set.
Young will set to throw. They'll run the screen with Hubbard. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. So here we go. The offense is going to stay out there. They're going for it on 4th and 8. Oh, they're changing this at the line.
Smash, red. Hut.
Young to throw on 4th. And that is incomplete, but a penalty flag coming in. This could be a first down. A 4th down pass interference call.
And everyone works hard on 3rd down. That's usually the money down. Get off the field. It intensifies when it's a 4th down. You think you've got it done. You think you've completed the play. Instead, you see a flag, pass interference, gives them a new set of downs.
It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, people say bring in your tight end, keep him in. Your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance.
That was play number 7 on this drive, and it got him 7 yards.
3rd and 6.
Here, ready?
Young. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Problems on third down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on third down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get to third down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on first and second down.
He'll try to do it himself. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They can't hook up here on the fourth down pass attempt, and that will force a turnover on downs. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And Charles, these early season in-division games are always interesting because you're still kind of figuring yourself out, but you want to know as much as you can about the opponent, especially when it's a division matchup. So I'm curious to see how the rest of this one plays out.
Yeah, that's a good point because they're still trying to work things out. They don't know everything about their own team, let alone trying to figure out their opponent. But you've got to do both on the fly, don't you? While the game's being played, figure it out both ways and try and find a way to win.
Second down, they go again with Henry. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive. They'll come up now 3rd and 9. They'll look to throw here. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And they take this up near the 30 before he's taken down. Give him 22 there on the 3rd down conversion.
It's a well-designed play here. 3 wide receivers in the formation. They're all going to run deep routes to put pressure on the safeties. And then they let their tight end cut his route off a little shorter and work toward the middle of the field. That's a difficult route to try to defend.
On 1st and 10, here's Brown. And he stopped immediately there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Another run for Brown on 2nd down. And this will wind up a Saints 1st down as he's got this up to the 40-yard line. A CD a lot of times like to separate speed and quickness, and they've got a back that's both. We know that he's fast in the open field, but man, his first step is so quick too.
It is something, isn't it? Because you think of that type of speed getting to the perimeter and turning upfield, but also when you run those inside runs, he can get into the secondary so fast the linebackers don't have a chance to react.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. There for the sack, B.J. Hill.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw up a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. 2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. Back to throw here. And his throw's going to be incomplete. And Charles got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on first down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And this pass broken up. And the contact well-timed there, and now 4th down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out high. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. Hardman on the return. They'll call this a 41-yard punt, 7 on the return. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. They've got some stuff to build on from that last drive because they moved the football, CD, and then they tried to go for it on 4th down, didn't convert, probably left a bitter taste in their mouths. And the defense loses him. It's complete. And he does take it in for the touchdown, but a flag on the field, and I don't think this is going to stand.
Yeah, don't put the points on the board just yet.
Ready?
Out of the gun, it's Young. Open man is Juwan Jennings. A good pickup after the penalty, 12 yards, and it's 2nd down. From the 38 now, here comes 2nd and 8.
Here we go. Set.
Young. Throw left side complete. That's Jennings. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 13 yards, 1st down, Panthers.
Well, if you like the matchup and that connection works to start the drive, no reason to go away from it. Let that defense prove that they can stop you. And here, it's 2 throws and 2 first downs.
Now he's going to step up and run. And they'll get him down as he's inside of the 40. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Let's go.
Now here's Young. To the sideline, and that is a heck of a catch as he was able to get both feet in. 11 more on that one and another 1st down.
In man coverage, your #1 cardinal rule, don't get beat deep. And that's why the comeback route is so effective, because that's how they're selling it, Brandon. Taking you all the way upfield before breaking it back down.
To the left side, he's got McMillan. And they'll get him down inside the red zone at the 14. It's also a gain of 14. 1st down.
What a drive this has been, just chewing up the yardage. And here's one of their best plays yet as they finally get down into the red zone and look to finish this off with 6.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Here we go. Here we go. Ready?
Young loses it. And this ball recovered by the offense, but remember, they cannot advance it here in the final 2 minutes of the half. So this will be blown dead, and it'll come back to the spot of the fumble. The fumble on 1st down now. Here's 2nd down.
Go red. Hut.
Looking to throw, Young. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late, they're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them at the end zone as the first half winds down.
This will be the 8th play of the drive here. 3rd and 4.
Black Ultra. Come on, set. Hut.
Here is Young. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Jennings. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. final play of the half. Young. And he's got it. Touchdown, Panthers. Jauan Jennings in the final seconds of the first half. And the Panthers have a chance to tie the game here in the final seconds of the half. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime.
Jason Sanders set to kick off.
So barring a touchback, this likely the final act of the half as the kick is away. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
Jason Sanders set to kick off.
Set and ready to go for the second half. 1 touchdown apiece. 7-7 our score. Now a hit and a loose football. And it's picked up by the Panthers. And they're going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. And careless with a football there on the kick return.
And one thing I love about going to practices is trying to get around coaches and hear their catchphrases and what they really emphasize. We haven't been to a single one yet this year where a guy fielding a kick, you don't hear, tuck it away, tuck it away, tuck it away. And this time, they turned it over.
Ball security eluded him. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. Young off the bootleg. That's caught out right by Jennings. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And now we've got a 3rd and 4. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
45, White. Ready?
Young to throw it. They'll set up the screen here for Hubbard. And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. It'll be a loss of 2, maybe 3 on the play. And that'll bring up 4th down. Young and the offense staying put. They're going to go for it.
Set. Blue, 32. Hut, hut.
Here's Young. Throwing on 4th down. And it's going to be batted down. And we'll go the other way with a football. And the Panthers turned away on 4th down. And it'll be a turnover on downs. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. Now this game, it has obviously been all about the defense on both sides of the football. Which offense is going to break through here? We'll see if they can do it on this drive. They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. Trying to get out wide, but he's going to be tackled right near the line of scrimmage. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Running right, here's Brown. And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
Brandon, one thing about blitzes, they really confuse offensive linemen at times, and what you have to do is lock in on the guy right in front of you. If you don't, You saw the end result. Defensive tackle ended up making the play.
Third down now. Those last two plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points. They're going to look to throw. The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down. The former number 3 pick, Joey Bosa, bringing the lumber that time. Here comes the Saints punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. It's just a 30-yard punt that time, no return. And the Panthers will take over in terrific field position.
At the 45-yard line.
Got it. Come on, set. Black, white, white.
Young now. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete.
Hustle.
Here now, 2nd and 4.
97.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4. At the Saints.
A shotgun snap and again the ETN. And he gets it down to the 32. 7 yards there and a first down.
And that's a nice pickup of a first down on that second down run. And at that yardage gained, they can run that play on any down.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Ready.
To throw, Young. And the screen unsuccessfully dropped it.
This is certainly a team that has proven it likes to target its backs through the air and defensively. They were aware of that and certainly were prepared on that throw.
Third quarter, all tied up. This is 2nd and 10. Throwing, Young. That's caught by Jennings. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. And that was a heck of a play there on the outside.
Partner, sometimes I think on a play like this as a corner, you've got to think to yourself, all I've got to do is slow him down so others can come over and support. But in this case, he said, forget that. I've got this. Sorry you had to make the run for nothing,
Here we
fellas.
go. Ready.
Young to throw it. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. Well, they convert on 3rd with a gain of 22.
11-yard line.
Let's go.
From the shotgun, it's Young. Looking underneath and finding Hubbard. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
2nd and 1.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Straight ahead with Hubbard. And he is in. Touchdown, Carolina. Chuba Hubbard with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Panthers have taken the lead. Sanders on for the extra point. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game.
Panthers 14, Saints 7. Jason Sanders set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And that's pretty good coverage by the kick team, as he'll only be able to get this past the 15-yard line and no further. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, That is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
17 yards is the pickup there for number 17. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. An inside give, Brown. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. 2nd and 9. Back to throw. And his throw here is incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave them trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Now back to throw. And it is caught. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. He's up to 70 yards receiving now as that last catch gets him a first down.
And that's the kind of play this offense needs to maybe kick them into gear a little bit. They've been stuck in neutral much of the game. Perhaps that can give them a little bit of confidence that big plays are out there.
They'll give this up the middle to Brown. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. 4th quarter coming up here on Thursday Night Primetime. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. They go right back to the ground here, and Brown. And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, 2nd down.
That was a particularly nice play because not only was it his job to force the play inside, he was actually able to fold inside himself and make the tackle ultimately. Very nicely done.
Second down, 8 to go from the 28. They'll look to throw. Throw left side, taken in by Washington. And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. That's good for 28 yards.
This defense has certainly had an outstanding second half, haven't they? I know they just gave up a first down there, and for the offense, they're hoping that that's something that they can jumpstart with and maybe start to move the ball a little bit better. But it's been tough sledding for them here the entire second half.
A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7, but first things first, they need to score. Brown. No signal, and now they say he did not get in. He is stonewalled at the 1. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
Got to give a lot of credit to the defensive front there. They held their ground. pretty much stoned him on that play and ended up creating a lost yardage play.
Yeah, drop him from the 1 back to the 2. In the backfield by himself is Brown, 2nd and goal. He's going to get it again. And this time he is in. Chase Brown with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Saints are an extra point away from tying this game here on the 4th. We are set up for a fantastic finish now. A 4th quarter touchdown here. We're an extra point away from a tie football game.
And I know they're thinking about possibly going for 2, but I'd go ahead and kick this one and just get it back to level.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss.
The Panthers take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And they've seen their lead nearly extinguished after that last score, but bottom line, they are still on top with the football, and a touchdown on this drive would really put them in position A. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run.
Oftentimes now, offenses aren't nearly as precise as days gone by. They just tell receivers, find an open patch of grass and let the quarterback find you. And that's exactly what they did on that play. First with the pass through the air, nice chunk of yardage there, and then additional pickup with his legs after the catch.
A good-looking drive so far for the Panthers and a 1st down here.
Panthers, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 19-yard line.
Now a toss. Hubbard going left. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop it behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I think as a running back in this spot, you have to understand there's not going to be a whole lot of room to run. And in this case, ball protection takes precedent over trying to make something happen.
Here we go. Ready?
It's Young on play action. And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long.
Ready.
Young. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. And he'll be out of bounds here just past the 20-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated.
kill them.
Oh, when the saints go marching in. Oh, when the saints go marching in.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL finds us at Bank of America Stadium in Uptown Charlotte. Tonight we kick off Week 6 with a great Thursday night matchup, as it'll be the New Orleans Saints taking on the Carolina Panthers. About set to begin another week of football, and happy to have you along. We are underway on Thursday night primetime. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Set. Hut, hut.
A first carry for the Canadian-born Chuba Hubbard. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. That's a start they can live with. 15 yards on their first play from scrimmage. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
First down, they'll stay on the ground with Hubbard. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage.
No gain on the play.
No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
At the 40-yard line.
The Panthers at 2-3 here to begin the new season. And they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And they were able to tough it out last week, a close one-score game. And those are the kind of wins that pull you together as a team, because everyone gains confidence, and they feel like they can continue to get better. Oh, that's sweet.
What an effort. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down.
And every time you step on a field, coaches are always going to talk about how important tackling is in a ball game. In this one, especially so. You can't allow these guys to break free and get extra yards after contact, but that's exactly what happens here. That can't continue as this game goes on.
And he'll be stopped at the 35, but not before he picks up 7 yards.
Brings up second.
This defense for the Saints, they played extremely well last week in the win over Atlanta.
Yeah, they held them to well under 200 yards of total offense, and in today's NFL, that's a feat to be proud of, especially with the emphasis on offense and what we're seeing each and every week, that great creativity and usual productivity.
A good-looking drive so far for the Panthers, and a first down here. That early game script that they drew up is working pretty well here on this first drive. Already in field goal range, Charles knocking on the door of the red zone.
You know, Brandon, when we met with the coaching staff, they kind of predicted that they would come out firing like this. I think you and I were a little skeptical it would be this easy, but they certainly knew what they were doing in scouting, in preparation, and understanding what their team was capable of.
Young's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw again. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
What will look like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10.
Yellow, 22. Set.
It'll be Young again. He'll try and do this himself. A throw on the run, but that's going to be incomplete.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
A 39-yard attempt.
The kick by Sanders is good. And the Panthers stake claim to a 3-0 lead. So the opening drive does yield points, maybe not the 7 they wanted, but they'll take the 3.
Accumulating first downs does not go up on the scoreboard, but it does go into the DNA of a team that's trying to establish itself to start a game. That has to feel pretty good for them. They'll take the 3.
Yeah, they had 3 first downs and 3 points.
35-yard line.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. And they'll begin here with a run by Brown. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
If you're a coach, you'll absolutely take that run every time on 1st down because it really sets you up to go in a number of directions here on 2nd.
Ball at the 40 here for 2nd and 5. They keep it on the ground. Again, it's Brown. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
Well, partner, the defense isn't going to adjust, and they keep giving them those 5, 6, 7-yard runs over and over. They're likely to run it the whole way to the end zone. They'll be more than happy to take the yardage available and save some of their other plays in the playbook for another time.
Open down there is Darnell Washington. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
There are so many things to watch for when you play defense, and reading your keys, you always hear about that, and having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there? And it sprang the big guy, didn't it?
Able to dump it over the top to him. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. You look at this defense. They enter play here, number 11, just outside the top 10 of the league in stopping the run.
And being able to set the tone early in this game, because when you get down to it, it's that sign that we saw in their football facility when we visited with them. The one that said no explosives, no big plays, no chunk plays. That's what they've got to take care of.
Open man left side. Shaheed has it. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. A great play there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Saints are able to answer the early 3 points and take a first-quarter lead. Well, Charles, he's still a young signal caller in this league, 2nd year in the NFL. And I don't know if last year as a rookie if he would have worked through his progressions like he did on that touchdown pass.
I think you're right about that. We're seeing him grow up right in front of our eyes because when he went to his primary read, he recognized that they were all over that. So he continued to survey the field, picked up another target, delivered a pass exactly where it needed to be. A very mature play for the 2nd-year quarterback.
The ball upright on the tee, and the Saints kick team booms it away. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
First and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. Just I like the way you described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. 1st and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. Young now from the 50. There's a short throw caught by Sanders. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. That'll give them 8 that time. And they'll be left with 2nd and a couple.
2nd and 2.
Got it. Here, Black Ultra. Black. Next. Hut.
Young. Throwing the out route, incomplete. It's Hubbard. And he gets us down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8.
1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
Here we go. Black 40.
Young will set to throw. That's taken in. It's Xavier Legate. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. A good-looking drive so far for the Panthers and a 1st down here.
1st and 10 at the 20-yard line.
Set. Red 38. Hut.
Now Young. Got a man and he hits him in stride. And the Panthers are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5.
It's all pretty simple sometimes, isn't it? Go where the defenders are not, and he does exactly that. Makes a nice catch to move the chains. Defense, got to find a better way of accounting for the shorter routes that are being run against them.
Now here's Young. They'll run the screen with Hubbard. It'll go as a loss on the play. Not what you need down here. It's going to be 2nd and goal. Heck of a play there to get to him quickly and get him down for a loss.
I think they did a really nice job getting ready for this game, scouting, watching film, and understanding defensively what the play design was.
Ready?
To the air once more. Young tries to hit Jennings, and it's intercepted. And the Saints are going to take over once again, and they'll have it at their own 8-yard line.
Definitely not the ideal time to see that mistake, partner, because this is still a one-possession game, and that's at least a field goal that just vanished with that turnover. Now, pressure's on defensively to prevent that pick from turning into points for the other side.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. They got the ball now following a big play, keeping the other guys out of the end zone. Now they'll start deep in their own territory, 1st and 10. They defer to Brown to start the drive. And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line. After 7-3 the score on EA Sports.
At the 6-yard line.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. This is Brown going up the middle. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. 3rd down, now even tougher. 3rd and 13 after that loss of a yard.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
And this is what you want to see from a defense. Give up an opening drive touchdown, that's fine. But how about them going back out there, recommitting themselves to the task at hand, and forcing a 3-and-out and giving the ball back to their offense.
And he's able to get it out of there, and this is a pretty good kick. And he he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And it will be the Panthers' ball, 1st and 10.
Ready.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. In a close game like this, Charles, those interceptions like they had on the last drive could be costly. But here they've got another opportunity to seize control of this game.
And they better take advantage of it, because otherwise, if they end up losing by 1 score, they'll relive this over and over and over until they have another opportunity to wipe it away.
On the double.
Options galore here. 2nd and a few inches.
Down. Ready.
Another toe for ETN. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield, because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the 1st down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the 1st down. That's exactly what they did.
And he takes us just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. 14 yards, good for a Panther 1st down. That toss play right, we know it's one of the successful plays they have in their arsenal, and they showed you why there.
And remember, in order for it to be successful, because it's a little bit of a slower developing play, those blocks at the line of scrimmage have to be kept, have to be held, so that the runner can get to the corner and turn it upfield.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. And still about 3 yards shy of a 1st as the 4-yard pickup brings it to 3rd down. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the 1st.
Set. 50, green. Cut.
On 3rd down, here's a run by Hubbard. And he takes it down to the 13 and picks up the 1st. Give him the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play.
On 3rd down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the 1st down marker was and getting there.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Ready.
Straight ahead, ETN. And he's going to get about 4 down inside the 10 to the 9.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good 1st down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on 1st down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
Young to throw it. Oh, his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. And the Saints force the turnover, and they'll take over at the 10.
And as we've seen, points have been precious so far, and they just threw some away on that snap. And look, let's face it, as we advance further into this game, that play will be on the minds of everyone who's watching it. They wonder if this is the turning point. Is this the spot where those points were given away and could cost them a ball game?
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Now a short pass pulled in by Washington. Being able to get this one out just shy of the 25 at the 24. First play of the drive going for 14 and also going for a 1st down.
A gain of 14. 1st down, New Orleans.
They give it to Brown. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, helped their spot, and stacked him up.
That'll be taken in by Shaheed. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. Here's a give to Brown. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside. Just need a yard here. 2nd and 1. Right back to Brown. And he is going to lose yardage here. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside.
This defense has really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense going to have to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
Here is 3rd and 5. They'll set up a throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part. It got them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football and now zapped right back in the other direction. No move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. A hit as he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Panthers are going to get it back in excellent field position. 1st and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there.
Set. Ready.
A give up the middle. Hubbard. And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it. And it's 2nd down.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
Field. Let's go. Ready.
Here is Young. He gets this one to Hubbard, complete. They'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. A gain there of 21 yards.
A great job there, and that old cliche, taking what the defense gives you, comes right into play. Nothing too out of the ordinary about the throw. Just a little dump off over the middle. But what is out of the ordinary is what he did with it after the catch. Not only did he grab the ball, but how about the significant yardage he picked up after he pulled it in.
Now he'll tuck this and run. Got a man. That's Liggett. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. So it's 1st and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. They'll run here with Hubbard. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line. So that run gets them about halfway home.
Yes, now 2nd and goal. The end zone beckons. It looms. They can do whatever they want. Full playbook. Run it again, or they can go play out.
And he takes it into the end zone for a Panthers touchdown. Chuba Hubbard, his 7th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Panthers will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. Jason Sanders now for the extra point. And it's through, and that makes the lead 10-7.
Panthers 10, Saints 7. Jason Sanders set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. They'll look to throw here. And got his man complete. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2. So as they talk it over, we step aside.
First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
They'll look to throw here on first down. He's going to go up top again. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. A big play there just before halftime. And even 40 yards.
Saints, first down. First and goal at the 5-yard line.
Now the Saints will use their third and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. So 3 plays, already first and goal, and they are wasting little time. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Washington. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Darnell Washington in the final seconds of the first half. And the Saints have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is now 14-10. So just 8 ticks remaining here in the first half as they'll kick this one away. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
Take over first and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Shot, 17. Let's go now.
They'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports.
Jason Sanders set to kick off.
Set now to go for the third quarter. The Saints have the lead and set to receive the kick. And he returns this to the 22.
First and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it. But I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities. And I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
Saints.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on first and 10. He'll look to throw. There's Johnson with a reception. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days, but you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
And down inside the 40 to about the 38. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
From the 38 now, here's 2nd and 3. Back to throw. There's a short one to the tight end, Johnson. It'll be a pickup of 4, good enough to earn him yet another first down.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
On 1st and 10, here's Brown. He'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. Another run for Brown on 2nd down. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
Not too many more ideal situations in 2nd and 2 in order to try and pick up a first down. They ran it and picked it up.
Back to throw now on 1st down. And this is going to be incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
3rd quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. An inside give, Brown. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
Count me as a little bit surprised by what we just saw there, because this has been a pretty long drive, and normally you think that wears down a defense. In this case, looked like the offensive line let them down a little bit.
Yeah, allowed the penetration and the ability to stuff them for a loss. 9th play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on 3rd and long. Looking to throw. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Trey Palmer, 26 yards. And the Saints are able to stretch out their lead. That seemed pretty ideal there for the offense, Charles. You take a little bit of time. Time off the clock here in the third quarter. Decent length drive, and you pad your lead as well at the end of it.
And what it does is let you feel like you're in control of this game, even more so than a 2-touchdown lead, right? Because you've taken that time off, as you noted, which means they couldn't get you off the field. You ran your playbook the way you wanted to, and you gave your defense some rest. But a big-time drive in that situation.
The extra point splits the uprights, and that makes it a 21-10 game. The ball upright on the tee, and the Saints kick team booms it away. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line.
First down 10 at their own 23-yard line.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. Well, the opposition laid down the challenge and opening drive touchdown here to start the second half. And, Charles, now you feel like this group needs to get an answer because this all of a sudden is a two-score game.
Yeah, you're right about that. What was a small, manageable spread to overcome? A little bit more daunting now. I think you're exactly right. Pressure is on because you don't want them getting the ball back with a chance to really extend this lead out.
From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive.
Black shot. Let's go. Black 40. Blue striker. Slice blue. Hut.
The play fake. Now Young. And a throw right sideline is complete. 18 more yards there and another first down.
A couple of first downs right in succession, and this is an offense that can really use a good drive, and they're off to a fast start here.
Down. Set.
Looking to throw, Young. And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already, and it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
Set. Ready. 50. Green. Ready.
Now a throw here out wide. He might be looking to throw this again. That is incomplete. Well, they tried to take the shot there, but the defense, they read that double pass all the way, and now you've got third down.
10 yards to go.
So right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains.
Red 38. Hey, that's your man. That's your man.
Third down, Young from the gun. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 22-yard line. Great way to convert on third down there. 21 yards the play.
First and 10 at the 22-yard line.
Come on, set. 52 blue. Set.
And they'll run on first down with Hubbard. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. 55 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
Some big plays in the passing game on this drive, and here's one out of the running game. So the passing game loosening things up. Now there's room to roam.
Let's go now. Ready.
Young to throw it. And it's caught. That's good for a gain of 6. Second and goal.
A 6-yard
Black ultra.
brings up second and goal.
Hut, hut.
Young now. Under pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sacked back around the 8. A big win there defensively on second and goal. A loss of 7, and it brings up third.
Here we go. Ready.
Now Young. Now he's going to step up and run. Oh, Young loses it.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
The offense stays out there. A big challenge here from this far back, but they're going for it on 4th and goal.
45, White.
Young working out of the gun. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he will be brought down well shy of the goal line. They get the completion but cannot push forward into the end zone. And this 10-play drive winds up yielding nothing. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And they've got the lead here getting late into the 3rd quarter. And the passing game for them, it's been terrific. We've seen that, but the rushing game almost non-existent.
And with the lead and trying to finish this game off, they need the running game to come back to life. They need to get sparked that way, take some time off the clock, and keep the ball away from their opponents.
4th quarter coming up here on Thursday Night Prime Time. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Second and 5.
Roll. Let's go now. Cowboy 80.
Now a give, left side, Brown with it. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on 2nd down.
And this is the worry because sometimes you can get a little too predictable in spots like this. You know you're going to run the ball, but they know you're going to run the ball as well. And now you look up and you're staring at an important 3rd down.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4.
18 Cardinal.
He'll drop to throw. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. And he will bring this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Panther touchdown. Well, don't change that channel just yet. This one may have gotten a bit more interesting.
Put down the remote, put down the clicker. This one looked like it was over. It looked like they were ready to seal the deal. But in doing so, by pitching it around a little bit, it cost them. We could have a great finish.
So a big play coming for the Panthers. They'll go for 2.
Ready.
The Panthers will line up for the 2-point
Following the interception, Young. And he will get into the end zone as a 2-point conversion is successful. And the lead is down to a field goal here in the 4th. I guess the coach looked at the 2-point cheat sheet, said go for it, get it to a 3-point game, and they did it.
Yeah, and sometimes you just throw out time of game. You don't worry about that. There's just a feel sometimes in making that call, and he felt good about what he had for a 2-point conversion, and now they're only down 3 and feeling great about themselves.
at their own 35-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And now this 4th quarter becoming very interesting. That pick 6 makes this a 1-score game. Still plenty of time on the clock. We'll see how aggressive they choose to be. 52 yards on the ground for him now as he's done that on 15 carries. Both teams working on short rest, but this has been one of the better Thursday night games we've seen as they come up here on 1st and 10. They go right back to the ground here, and Brown. And a pretty athletic run right there as he's going to get this down inside the 40. The Saints first down there on a gain of 11.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there, and on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing, in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously, but at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
A gain of 13 yards. And the Saints first down.
On the ground, this is Derrick Henry. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. That time, multiple defenders getting pressure, and it's a loss of 6.
3rd and long.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. They'll set up to throw. Touchdown, Saints! Trey Palmer with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Saints get an important score there to extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. A nice throw there by the 2nd-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to his 2nd and sometimes 3rd progression. That was a nice play.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
25-yard line.
Ready, break.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Well, that last touchdown we just saw, what an important one. Now it's back to a 2-score deficit for this crew as they take the field here, and they are in desperate need of finding the end zone. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete.
They certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Ready, ready. Set, cut.
Throwing, Young. And this one's incomplete.
Well, so far on this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure, or do they play coverage on this down?
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Let's go now. Hut, hut.
Young. Looking deep for Jennings. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
And they're at the point of the ball game now where they've got to take some chances. They've got to put the ball in the air and just see what happens. But this defense knows that all too well.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
Black. Here we go. Black 40. Ready?
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And this one is incomplete. And the Panthers turned away on 4th down. And that will force a turnover on downs. They'll give this up the middle to Brown. And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be second down.
And for the defense, this is a spot where you don't want to totally sell out to stop the run, but you do have a pretty good idea of what you're going to see. And that's good work right there to keep them in check on that first down carry.
Here's 2nd and 7. Running right, here's Brown. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. 87 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. The handoff, running left, Henry. And he tries to power forward, but he will not get back to the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
You'd have to think likely another running play coming here, 2nd and 11.
19, Tiger, 19, big lion.
He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. That'll wind up as a loss on the play, so now they're staring at a 3rd down and 12. We'll see what they have drawn up here a little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a 1st down. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. This will be a 34-yard attempt. And his kick is good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
The Panthers take over 1st and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
Here's 1st and 10.
Here we go, set. Ready?
Young. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. They'll come up now on 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
Now Young. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. All 3 timeouts still remain. Keep that in mind. They prefer to use him on the defensive end. But here's 1st and 10. Over the middle, complete. That's Hubbard. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40.
Well, they certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another 1st down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line.
4 yards.
Working the sideline there. Good route, good catch. First down, and he gets out of bounds.
Yeah, you have to like the play calling because you have to run some guys down the middle of the field to draw some of the defenders away. They can't just let them guard the sideline exclusively. That's how it's going to work. Sidelines and incompletions to use the clock.
Young to throw. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Justin Reed. And the Saints are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. Well, I mean, field goals probably aren't going to cut it at this point. This was touchdown or bust, and unfortunately for them, it turned out to be bust.
Yeah, they're feeling like they've got to force the issue here. Maybe take some chances they wouldn't have earlier in the game. But give credit to this defense. They've really stood tall throughout, and they come up with the interception in the end zone.
Come on, set. 60 Bison, 60 Bison.
And they will take a knee here. So it's a win here for the Saints, and it was thanks in large part to the play of their second-year quarterback.
Yeah, he had a tremendous night throwing the football, wound up with 4 touchdown passes. He had in his mind early that he was going to go into attack mode, and he sure was successful.
So for the Saints, their good start continues as they get their record up to 4-2. And they'll get the weekend off now as they get a little extra time to prepare to face the Atlanta Falcons. Meanwhile, for the Panthers, they can't quite seem to turn things around as they fall into 2-4 now on the year. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.